right, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
Awesome job. All right, put your hands in your lap. All right, good job. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about the key details of a story. Everybody say key details.
Key details.
And the key details is the major things that happen in the story, okay? We're also going to be talking about what happened at the beginning of the story, what happened in the middle of the story, and the end of the story. All right, everybody say beginning.
Beginning.
Everybody say middle.
Middle.
And the end of the story.
The end of the story.
Good job. And we're also going to be talking about the characters and the settings. And remind me, what are characters? What is a character? Raise your hand. Isaac.
Like the people of a show or a movie.
Yes, and in a book case, like in this case, we're talking about a story, right? So it's going to be the people that's in the story, right? Good job. All right, what about setting? Who can tell me what a setting is? Ben.
A setting is what the story takes place in.
Good job. Where the story takes place. Awesome job. Hands down. He answered it. Good job, Ben. The setting is where the story takes place. All right. So today's story, who can tell me if you ever heard the story of the 3 little pigs?
I heard
Just raise your hand. Awesome job. So everybody have heard the 3 little pigs. But what you don't know is there are different versions of the 3 little pigs, right?
I watched everyone.
You watched everyone? Okay. Good job. All right. Well, today we get to listen to the story. But first, we're going to go over some words that you might see or hear in the story that you don't really know the meaning of, okay? So that first word, and I have a picture on here. So, everybody say sow. So, a sow is a female adult pig, right? So this is just a lady pig. It's called a sow. Everybody say sow. So you see the picture?
Yeah.
It's a female pig, right?
And then one thing.
All right.
Female pig.
All right. The next word we have is colossal. Everybody say colossal.
Colossal.
Now, colossal means very big. Everybody hold your arms out. Very big. Everybody say very big.
Very big.
So what is the meaning of colossal, everybody?
Very big.
Very big. All right, we got it. All right, the next word we have is called loitering. Everybody say loitering. Loitering. So loitering is just means that you're moving around slowly. You're just moving slowly around. So in the story, you're going to see that our friend here is going to be just moving around slowly, just going about his day, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so the next word we have is huff and puff. And do you see the little picture right here?
Yeah. That's the huff and puff.
Huff and puff.
It's blowing.
Yes, it's blowing. Good job. So huff and puff is when you blow out loudly.
Yeah.
Darling, what does huff and puff mean? Blow out loudly. What does huff and puff mean? Huh? Yeah. Oh, no, you're fine. Oh, you're 2. It's okay. So what does huff and puff mean, everybody? Blow out loudly. Blow out loudly. Darling, it's not going anywhere.
Like you're talking loudly.
Yes, like you just... Gilberto, what does huff and puff mean? Blow out loudly. All right, tell me what huff and puff mean.
Blow out loudly.
I said Gilberto. What does huff and puff mean? Good job, blowing out loudly. Darling, what does huff and puff mean?
Blowing out loudly.
Good job, blowing out loudly. Everybody, what does huff and puff mean?
Blowing out loudly.
Good job, blowing out loudly, but let's calm our voices down. All right, now the next word, I think that's it. Yeah, that's going to be all the words that we're going to run into that you may not know. All right, so let's get started. All right, so the name of our book, Crisscross Applesauce, is The 3 Little Pigs. Now, the 3 little pigs, what part, and raise your hands, what part of the book is this?
Title.
Isaac.
Title.
The title. And wait on me to call your name. All right. And so the name of the book is The Three Little Pigs. And it says it's by James Marshall. Who do you think James Marshall is? Show of hands. Zora. Who is James Marshall?
Author.
The author. Everybody say the author.
The author.
The author. Hands down. The author. Good job. Now, what does the author do?
Write
in
the
book?
words. Write the words.
Yes, he writes the words, right? He writes the words. Good job. All right. And he's also the illustrator of the book too. So he's the author and the illustrator.
That means that
so what
he the book.
That means he what?
Draw the book.
Not draw the book, but he drew the what?
Picture.
The pictures. Good job, Carter. He drew the what, class?
Picture.
The pictures. All right. Let's turn on our listening ears. All right. Now let's get ready to listen. The Three Little Pigs by James Marshall. Once upon a time, an old sow sent her 3 little pigs out into the world to seek their fortune. Now be sure to write, she said, and remember that I love you. See the picture?
Yeah. That's what
The first little pig met a man with a load of straw. I know, said the little pig. I'll buy your straw and build a house. That's not a good idea, said the man. Mind your own business, thank you, said the little pig. And he bought the straw and set about building a house. It took him no time at all.
It took 1 minute.
Very soon, a lean and hungry wolf happened by. Pig was just about his favorite food in the world, so he knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me come in. To which the little pig replied, no, 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 not by the hair of my chinny chin.
Wow.
This annoyed the wolf to no end, and he said, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. Go right ahead, said the little pig. So the wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in, and he gobbled the little pig up.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
The second little pig met a man with a load of sticks. I've got it, said the little pig. I'll buy those sticks and build a house. I think twice about that, said the man. Oh, pooh, said the little pig. What would you know? And he bought the sticks and went to work building the house. Very pretty, he said. Let's everybody sit on your bottoms. Thank you. Sit on your bottom, Isaac.
No, that's
On your bottom.
a tree house.
Thank you.
That's a tree
No sooner had the little pig settled into his pretty house than the wolf happened by. He was still hungry, and he said, little pig, let me come in. To which the little pig replied, no, 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 not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Eyes on me.
Yay.
Eyes on me, Lucas. The wolf didn't care for that at all. And he said, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. Ha, 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 said the little pig. So the wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in. And he gobbled up the little pig.
He ate a big one.
Yes. Now the third little pig met a man with a load of bricks. These bricks will make a fine, sturdy house, said the man. Capital idea, my good fellow, said the little pig. So he bought the bricks and set about building a house. It took him quite a bit of time, but it was well worth it. Nice and solid, the little pig said.
Bricks are heavy.
But no sooner had the little pig moved in than he noticed the wolf loitering about. And the wolf, who was still hungry, said, little pig, let me come in. No, 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 not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
Whoa. Yay.
Well, the wolf had heard that before, and he said, then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. Oh, don't do that, said the little pig. But the wolf huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the house in. The house stood firm, though. Oh, wait, he thought it was going to work. I'll try another approach, muttered the wolf. And he put on his most dazzling smile. Little pig, I was only teasing, he said. By the way, I hear tell that Farmer Jones has the most scrumptious turnips. Shall we go pick a few? Oh, I'm much too busy now, said the little pig. What about tomorrow morning? Excellent, said the wolf. I'll come for you at 6. Let's see what that sneaky wolf is up to. The next morning, the little pig got up at 5, hurried off to Farmer Jones' turnip field, picked a basket full of scrumptious turnips, and dashed back home, Lucas. When the wolf arrived at 6, the turnips were already boiling in the pot. Sorry I couldn't wait, said the little pig. The wolf tried not to show his displeasure. No harm done, he said. By the way, there is a lovely apple tree down by Merry Meadow. Shall we go help ourselves to a few apples? I must cook my turnips, said the little pig. Let's meet there tomorrow morning. Splendid, said the wolf. Shall we say at 5? The next morning, the little pig was up at 4 and went off for the apples. It took way longer than he expected to reach Merry Meadow. And while busy gathering apples in the highest tree, he saw the wolf approaching. Do try one of these, he called down, throwing an apple as far as he could. When the wolf chased after the apple, the little pig shimmied down the tree and made it safely home. The next day, the wolf came again. Really, he was quite put out. There's a fair today on Hog Hill, he said. Would you care to go? Why don't we meet there, said the little pig. Would 3 o'clock suit you? Colossal, said the wolf. 3 it is, just to make sure he would be there at 2. At 1 in the afternoon, the little pig went to the fair and had a fine time. So fine that he lost track of the hour. Suddenly, out of the corner of his eye, he saw the wolf coming up the hill. Without a minute to spare, the little pig jumped inside an empty butter churn and rolled down the hill toward the wolf. Well, the wolf was so scared, he ran all the way home. That evening, the wolf went to the little pig's house and told him how frightened he'd been by a great round thing that came down the hill. Frightened you? Did I? Said the little pig. The great round thing was a butter churn, and I was inside. This was simply too much for the wolf to stand. I've been nice long enough, he cried. I'm going to eat you up right now. And he climbed onto the roof. When the little pig saw this, he put a big iron pot in the fireplace and quickly stoked the fire. Here I come, cried the wolf. Dinner time. Oh, see him? Going down the chimney.
You can just get a sheep.
Yeah. He's going down there. Let's see what's...
You can just get a sheep instead.
Let's see what's going to happen next. You can say that again, said the little pig, and he cooked the mean old wolf and gobbled him up.
Wait, what about the other little pigs?
All right, so
they're eating.
we're going to talk. Let's turn to your neighbor. So turn to the people beside you. You're going to do a turn and talk. And you're going to tell them what happened at the beginning of the story, what happened at the middle of the story, and what happened at the end of the story. All right, and I'm gonna join the group. I'm gonna listen. What happened at the beginning? Talk to them. Story talk.
I don't know what I want to hear.
What's happening? Talk to Glory. What happened at the beginning?
What happened in the by a wolf? Oh, I know.
What?
The house alright, you got gobbled up the
Tell her, Glory, what do you think?
He got pooped that last pig. It was way too smart.
Way too smart, right? All right, guys. I heard some really good things. So let's turn around. Let's talk about it. Good job. All right. Give yourself a pat on the back. Now, I'm going to call on one person from each group to tell me what you told your group that happened, okay? All right, so hands down. So, Glory, what happened at the beginning of the story? Let's sit down, crisscross applesauce.
Their mom was crying because they set off to make their own houses.
Yeah, okay. That she was crying because she was sad, right? She was sending her babies off.
The first house was hay, was made out of hay, and the second house was made out of sticks, and the third house was made out of bricks.
Okay, all right, now let's think about that. Was it made out of hay, that first house?
No,
What was it? It was straw. Good job. It was made out of straw. So what happened? So Glory said, good job, Glory. You still did good. So the first, what happened at the beginning of the story, Glory said, was that the mother sent her babies off into the world, right? All right, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
Yes. All right, thank you. Hands in your lap. Hands in your lap. Let's crisscross applesauce. All right. No, not right now. All right. So, Glory said at the beginning of the story that the mother sent her pigs off into the world, right? And she said that the first little pig made his house out of what?
Straw.
Straw. All right. So, Gilberto, tell me what happened at the middle of the story. Are you Gilberto? Gilberto, what happened in the middle? So the first little pig house was made out of straw. What happened with the second? What happened in the middle of the story? Huh? What was the house? What happened in the middle with the pig? All right, let's help him out. Who wants to help him out?
Me.
Zora.
The first one was made out of straw, then the second one was made out of sticks.
Okay, it was made out of sticks. So what happened? What happened with the house that was made out of sticks? What happened, Isaac?
The wolf sat on the huff and puff and blew the house down, but then he did, and then all the sticks flew off the house, and then he gobbled up the pig.
Oh, good job. Now, what happened at the end of the story, Ben?
He got gobbled.
Ben?
The third house was made out of wood.
And what happened at the end?
The pig ate the wolf.
Not the pig ate the wolf. Let's think about that. What happened at the end of the story?
The pig cooked the wolf.
The pig cooked the wolf, right? But what happened when he got ready to huff and puff and blow down the brick house?
It didn't fall. It was stable.
It was stable. Good job, Glory. What happened, Riley? You want to add to that?
That's what.
To what she just said. All right, come on, tell me. So what happened once he huffed and he puffed? What happened with the brick? Did it fall down?
No, he couldn't have the power because it would stick together.
Yes, it was too strong, right?
And he was out of breath. And so he gave up.
Yeah, he was tired, right?
And if you don't glue bricks together, then they're not stable because they would just fall apart.
That's right. But what about that last little pig, guys? What was he really smart?
Yeah.
So he put a boiling pot of water under the chimney, but then the wolf climbed the chimney, jumped down, but then he got boiled, the pig cooked him so he could eat him.
Good job, Isaac. Isaac just summed up the end of the story.
And he said, "Time for dinner" when he did that.
He did, didn't he? All right, good job, guys. So you told me what happened at the beginning of the story, the middle of the story, and the end of the story. Good job. So who can tell me the characters that was in the story? Riley? Well, who was the characters?
The 3 little pigs.
Uh-huh.
And then the 4 little pigs.
Uh-huh.
Everybody knows the wolf. The 4 little pigs. And then the wolf.
And then the wolf. Okay. And what was the setting of the story, Zeke? I said Zeke.
It takes place in a place.
A house, like in a house, right?
And outside.
And outside. Good job.
And inside.
Outside, yeah, kind of inside too.
Because the old soul was inside and the little pigs were outside.
Good job. All right. Okay, Glory, go ahead.
It's actually two. Those men would have this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were a part of the story too. So Glory pointed out that when the pigs went to buy the things from the material to make their houses, they talked to a man, right? Talent, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
And the man they talked to was 3 men.
Yeah, it was 3 men. All right, so good job. Everybody did an awesome job. Give yourselves a pat on the back. All right, let's crisscross applesauce. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, 3, eyes on you.
Awesome job. Now we're going to go back to our seats. Sit down. First, wait before we move. Sit down.